everyone, what's up? Mike Sieber here, holistic health practitioner and strength coach. In this video I want to show you guys the power of the Bosu ball and using it to help center your brain, your body, build more stability, body awareness, balance, and even strength. Because remember, strength is predicated on having a strong foundation and having a strong stabilizer system, and what's called the inner unit of your stabilizer muscles, your core, your spine, knowing where your body is in space, which is proprioception. So understanding that that is really the basis where all strength stems from. So some people may not need this type of training, but for others of you, it'll greatly benefit you. And I still do a lot of this type of training myself regularly, just to keep my stabilizers and balance sharp. So some tips when you're training with a Bosu ball, and you're gonna stand on it and be doing exercise on it. It's very important to be barefoot or in socks. You want your brain to be able to feel the ground and feel the changes in the Bosu ball instantly. You see I have my Asics here. A shoe with this much padding and cushion, your brain is not going to be able to feel the changes, the quick changes on the Bosu, as well as if you're just barefoot, where your brain can feel it instantly. So remember, your feet are powerful, they have tons of nerve endings, and you want them to be able to feel the ground instantly. You don't want the delay of a big shoe. So take your shoes off for this, throw them to the side. And so again, the Bosu is a great tool because it creates this unstable surface where if I stand on the Bosu just on this side here, what I like to do is stand with my feet about nice and hip width. So for me, that's right about here. And what you can start to do here is just stand on one foot. You can even just start shifting your weight and just seeing how your brain handles the imbalance of the Bosu. Then what I like to do with people is typically have them start squatting. So what's great about being barefoot is I can really grip the Bosu ball. And what I can do is vacuum in and just sit my butt down into a squat. Now the Bosu ball is cool because a lot of times when people squat, they'll throw their knees out like this. But if you do that on the Bosu ball, you'll go flying off. So it's a great tool for teaching, retraining the brain how to center. So you want that weight, right in front of our heels, right in the middle of the foot. Sitting into that squat, vacuuming the core, holding it, and just seeing if we have good balance. A lot of people will go down into the Bosu squat and they'll be shaking like this. So really important. Another cool thing you can do with the Bosu is do some lunges on it, where I step onto it and let my brain and nervous system get used to the unstable surface of the lunge, and that's more advanced, more dynamic. You could also just do a static lunge and just take it nice and slow. So, great tool for centering. Now we have the flip side of it, and this is a much better progression, more advanced progression. So what you want to do when standing on it is step right in the middle. Don't step to the side, obviously, because this side is much more responsive. It'll go right to that side. Be really careful. You might want to coach. Don't try this if you had injuries or your stabilizers are weak. This is something where you need a good coach or a spotter, so be careful. So step onto it. We want to shimmy our feet out, and again, nice and center. I like hip width, but I might have people go wider if they're beginners. So I really like right at hip width. First thing to do is just stand and just breathe. Vacuum in the core. Try to just weight shift a little bit. Go side to side, right? So just practice some weight shifting at first. Just like that. You can do little circles. Once you have that mastered, try going into a squat. Again, great tool, because most of the time people throw their knees out and they do weird squats. This forces you to practice sitting your butt back, hinging, and counterbalancing it with my spine. And I can hold this, right here. See how stable you can make it, and make it a challenge on your stability. So what I have people is do it really slow. Now another thing I might do is try holding a medicine ball when you do squats in the Bosu ball, just as a reminder to keep your head and neck in place and your upper back, and it gives you something to focus on. I've actually found it becomes easier when you're holding something to give your brain that focused attention than when you're holding nothing. Cool, so that's the Bosu ball squat. Another progression we can do is grabbing a cable machine, carefully stepping onto the Bosu, and from here I can do all sorts of stuff. I can do single leg, single leg pulling exercises, pushing exercises. But for most people, just both feet down, core tight, just practicing some pulling, some single arm pulling, even just holding it here to help with some squats. There's all sorts of stuff we can do. And if you're not sure and you're struggling, carefully stand on it and just practice standing and breathing. Slight knee bend, vacuum in the belly button. And just breathe and stand and just practice that. Some other cool things we can do on this side is, again, we can lunge on the harder side, which would look like this. Oop. So you can see it's a little harder. So the Bosu is a great tool for centering because, again, if we're off center, the ball lets us know instantly. So super important tool for centering the body out, developing stabilizer strength. And if you can't do all of this stuff easily, if you can't step on the Bosu and easily do some single leg exercises like so, then you probably shouldn't be doing advanced power exercises, right? Because this is a base level of stability that pretty much all humans should be able to master and perform these basic exercises on. So if you have trouble with these exercises, consider practicing your endurance, your stability before you go crazy with strength and power. The strength and power will come the stronger, more balanced your body is. So again, that's how we use the Bosu ball for centering. Great tool, practice standing on it, be very careful. You might have to hold a wall, you might have to have a friend help you. Don't do this on your own if you're not sure. People can fly off and get hurt. Hire an experienced trainer or coach who can help you safely utilize the Bosu. Thanks for watching. My name is Sieber, holistic health practitioner and strength coach, and I'll talk to you soon.